handle their business within the division. Akbar, though, the Giants, they held their own. A lot of it had to do with the run game.
Yeah, that run game was spectacular. That first half we watched, just classic Steelers football. And, of course, it all started with, Najee Harris. Najee was off the chain. Like, he just went off in this game. But I think it really helped them set up that play action that we saw. But when you have a strong run game like this and you cannot be stopped, you just keep going to it. In that first half, they had like 14 plays in that 14-play series. They had like 10 of them they had 14 of them that went for 10-plus yards, which was big. Like, when you can rip big ones like that, that is demoralizing to a defense. And I think that defense saw that they couldn't do anything. Mm-hmm. And then Russell was like, okay, cool. Y'all can't stop the run. How about this? Boom. I'm going to dink it down top. I'm going to dink it up down the middle. So wherever they wanted to go, they could go. And of course, they had mishaps, not being able to penalties that took away some early touchdowns. So although it read as it was a slow first half, it really was a team that was dominating the Giants. There was no chance that the Giants had in this game.
Peter, what do you think? You get into it.
You get it.
You want me to get into it?
Yeah, Kyle, you go.
All right, you got your take. All right, so when Peter defers, that means he's got something sweet in his pocket. This is very simple. We showed the TJ Watt package of it. Watt and Highsmith are absolutely terrifying. They really are. And if you're Daniel Jones and you're trying to scrape your season together, maybe your career together, the way that they took over and eventually closed the game with a strip sack. This is a sack earlier in the game. He does the kick and all that stuff. You know, I was saying this about the Cowboys yesterday, that you can't just have CeeDee Lamb. I mean, it just seems like all they have. Well, if you watch Highsmith in these games, he is so good and so terrifying. I know there's some good pass rushing tandems out there, and the Texans guys are really good. Dexter Lawrence for the Giants is having this amazing singular season. The tandem of the Steelers is really, really good. And you start to see now at 6-2, like, that's going to be a wild card tandem. That's going to be, who knows what they are, 6-2. And I think we're going to have a tradition on Good Morning Football moving forward each and every week. After Russell Wilson plays well for the Steelers and they win, we're just going to have to keep running this back, which Peter and I ran after Mike Tomlin went against the grain to start Russell Wilson instead of Justin Fields. This is how we responded the next day after they beat the Jets.
Have a shot of how Mike Tomlin walked into work today, but I have a feeling it was probably like that Mr. McMahon, like that. I mean, Mike Tomlin's like, whoa, hold on. Why did I put Russell Wilson in? Because I'm bleeping Mike Tomlin, and I know what I'm doing.
There's that little Yachty meme when he comes out. Little Yachty when he comes out and he's doing.
Oh, even on the stage?
Yeah, on the stage. Gonna get up now.
Uh-oh. Yeah. That's him.
That's it.
On the stage?
That's it. On the stage.
That was
started it up at the festival. That was
Yes, that's the festival. That's us for the rest of the year. This quarterback change. Remember, they were saying they're 6-2. Well, they were 4-2, and everyone was clutching pearls about benching Justin Fields, as if Justin Fields has 3 Super Bowl rings. Russell Wilson's been very good. The team has been very good. Last night, Mike Tomlin is straight up like just going Jim Halpert right to the camera, just messing around on the sideline. It's an amazing thing, and we will play that after every Steelers Russell Wilson win. Peter, are you ready for it?
I'm ready for that. I enjoy that. You know the little Yachty meme. There's been a million different people, superimposed over it and photoshopped over it. It's constantly like this. But I think the McMahon is perfect. It's just
really good.
This walk like this. Whatever that walk is the opposite of what Giants fans are doing walking into work this morning. This takes no joy for me to do this because I think Daniel Jones is a well-liked guy. And the thing that Dable will always say, and that, now this is the 6th season I've talked to sources in the Giants building about this guy, is that he's just so tough. At some point, you've got to be able to win a football game, too, and to do it under the lights. The stats are insane. He is now 1-14 in primetime as a starting quarterback. At some point, it's just not a coincidence. At some point, you can blame the quarterback. For years, it's been, well, the offensive line is all banged up, or, wow, the offensive coordinator calls the worst plays. And then it went really nuclear, like, over last offseason, where it was, hey, we've got to get a new quarterback. There's got to be somebody else. But here we are. We're 8 weeks into the season. I'm watching Jameis light it up against the Ravens. I'm watching Mariota be thrown in on a moment's notice and be able to move the ball up and down the field on the Panthers. And then the Giants, this is the same Daniel Jones game I've seen now 50 times. He'll go 18-25, nice completion percentage, 200 yards, score absolutely no touchdowns, and he'll have a back-breaking turnover. At some point, it's the quarterback. So I think we knew it already going into this season. I think we said it was make or break, but with a twinkle in our eye, we knew that this is it for Daniel Jones. Like, if they get an opportunity to get a quarterback in the draft, that was what they will do. They'll move on. But it's a shame because Giants fans, you look at the NFC East and it's like the Commanders are having this awesome miracle season. The Eagles have now won 3 straight and are on their way. And the Cowboys just simply own the Giants. So where does that put you as a Giants fan? It puts you in the gutter yet again for another season. It's kind of crazy that the Giants and Jets might have the first and second pick in the draft this year.
Wow.
Like, it might go that bad unless Carolina, doesn't win any more games. Like, it could go that direction. I just, to hear that he's tough again and that, he's doing good things. No, at some point, Daniel Jones can't turn the ball over twice in crunch time. And Daniel Jones has to make a pass. It's the classic Daniel Jones. 3rd and 7, he completes a pass for 5 yards, and we're punting on 4th and 2. And it's like, he almost did it, but he didn't do it enough. And credit to the Steelers for getting the win at home and moving on, and they don't lose on Monday night. But I can tell you this, Daniel Jones certainly does not win on Monday night, Thursday night, or Sunday night.
It'll be really fun. They play Jaden Daniels next week at home in front of the home Giants fans, and
which they don't win at, which they never win at home either.
And the GM's son was like, "We should get Jaden Daniels," and they said it on a reality show, and now he'll come into New Jersey. That'll be fun.
Peter, I don't want to keep kind of like putting the Band-Aid back on and like tearing it off the skin, but I have to just take us into New York, just as an experience right now, because to your point, Jets, Giants, it's not great. Yankees, it's not great. This is oftentimes New York is like the heartbeat, the media market. It's like what the nation, you hate to love it and you love to hate them. What is it like? Is this the earliest it's ever been this dire, or the earliest people have been looking at the Knicks and the Rangers to save their souls?
There's a lot of faith in Jalen Brunson right now, and a lot of hope in the New York Rangers and the blue shirts that they can get it done. Look, the sad thing is, Jamie, it's what's been the case for the last several years. The Giants had one miracle season a couple years ago where Daniel Jones won a bunch of games by 1 score, and it was a fun ride, and they won a playoff game. But, you're talking about a decade. 13 years for the Jets since they've been good, and then the Giants have had one good year and a blip about a decade, and they're still trotting out. I mean, I joke about it, but they still trot out that Super Bowl teams from the last 2 Super Bowl teams every halftime at these home games. So you're honoring Chris Snee and Sean O'Hara every year. And it's like, we want to start getting celebrated about these guys.
No, but we like Dave Deal still.
Yeah, we rock with Dave Deal.
Since we hung our shingle as a program, Good Morning Football, in New York City, which Peter and I are still sitting, the Jets and Giants have not been average. They've been horrible. Yeah. Peter's pointing to the one heroic wild card win that Daniel Jones made $100 and some million off of. But the teams are never good. And this was supposed to be the year that was different, certainly for the Jets. Who's better right now, the Giants or Jets? If they played right now, who would win? I actually think I would take the Giants.
They played last year in one of the worst games you'll ever see. They played last year in a rain-soaked game on Sunday, and it was went to overtime, and it was disgusting, and the Jets won. I mean, just bad football.
And Peter, I know you're done with New York, but you do have the answer to that. Who do you think would win that? I actually want to know.
They would tie. They would tie 6-6.
Well, can we start Drew Lock? Because then the Giants would win.
Yeah. Drew Lock and Tyrod Taylor, I'd watch.
I'm just glad that FedEx had that rush overnight shipping so Peter could get his Columbus Crew jersey in time for the show today.
Crew.